You gotta do it.
How you guys doing? I graduated class of 2013.
Yeah, you know, we heard your voice. We know your real voice.
I graduated class of 2013. I currently work with my brother doing digital marketing for his company, and I also do light scan fingerprinting. Yeah, that's my brother. That's my older brother. I'm the older brother. That's my older brother.
No, we look for example.
Hey, listen, you remember your biology, right? Anything can happen.
That's my little big brother.
Yeah.
I'll take my glasses off. So real. But yeah, currently I work for my brother, and I also do live scan fingerprinting for Bowman Group and Associates. That's pretty much it.
Oh my God.
You guys got questions? You can ask whatever.
There's questions on the back of the sheet.
My question is about here. We all have heard about where y'all ended up, right? But like, what was your dream job that you wanted to go into, that you loved, that you knew that you would love to go into?
Oh, what I'm doing now, the makeup and the lashes, because eventually, I'm sorry if anybody wanted the floor, but I was rambling a lot, and I be feeling like I want to talk more in front of people to get it together, but like, it's the makeup and the lashes for me. That's really my dream job. Like, I do professional makeup as well, like theater, and I like the pretty makeup, but I like the ugly and scary makeup. So my goal eventually is to be on actual sets, and I've done a few sets in Baltimore, like some small shows, YouTube shows, and getting in sets. So I'm just working towards that more. That's the goal for me.
So mine was a lawyer, because I love to talk, I love to argue, that was my thing. Freshman year in college, the classes, it was boring. And I kept falling asleep, and I was like, this is not for me. I don't want to learn like all these different rules, these policies and everything. And I was like, you know what? Another job to talk is psychology, to be a psychiatrist. So I was like, okay, let me go the psychology route. And now I can do one-on-one therapy with children, group therapy. I help my clients, different children, their parents through CPS to be reunified. So your dream job is gonna constantly change. It just really depends on the road that you're in, the people that you're surrounded by. If you got people that's motivating you, like, hey, you might not can do it, but you should still try.
Well, I actually do my dream job. I'm able to do that each and every day. Like I said, I'm a live-in delivery nurse, so I get to see babies born every day. Yeah, I get to see C-sections, working in the OR, seeing people's uterus comes out, all that bloody things, everything.
That wasn't her dream job.
My thing was, I always wanted to bring life into this world, so it is my dream job.
Now, but
Okay.
Not the other stuff, not the
I mean, the other stuff. I mean, but we knew what came with the job. So I think that's the biggest thing, being able to help a woman through labor, being that support person. And I think it's most rewarding when they say, hey, you want to take a picture with me and the baby? And I'm like, yeah, because before the baby came, I was there. So I think that's always rewarding. So I would say, like, over time, like she said, your ideas on what you want to do is always going to change.
Yeah.
And that's every day. And the thing is, like, this didn't happen overnight. This was like a struggle. People didn't get to see the blood, sweat, and tears. People didn't get to see the long nights. People didn't get to see me staying up for 24 hours and cramming and going to school the next day just to get a B. So the thing is that now they get to see, she's a nurse, but people didn't get to see growing up in a single parent family, household. And them having a parent who's struggling, like each and every day and still pushing, and that's gonna be the thing. Each and every day you go out here, you gotta defeat the odds, and granted, you're gonna have some bad days, you're gonna have some good days, you're gonna have some in-between days, but you just gotta keep pushing and working towards whatever you want, because like I said, people didn't get to see that working at Under Armour making $7.25, like now they get to see, Big Key got the money, so like, That's the thing.
When I was first.
You know, just keep pushing. That's it.
It's not like to say you can't dream big. I don't mean to cut you off, but it's not like to say you can't dream big. But you gotta also
Work
deal with
towards it.
logic and
Yeah.
reality.
Yeah.
You graduate. There's that moment where you're either going to college or you're not.
Yeah.
Then you face depression because you see all your peers advancing in life, and you thinking you ain't going nowhere. But little do you know, life starts, you know, in your 20s. You have to, you know.
And
try
everybody's
to
not
be-
gonna go viral.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Timeline is-
Everybody not gonna be a rapper. Everybody not gonna make it to the league.
Yeah.
But the point is, you know, explore life in your 20s.
Yeah.
If you can not have kids or get married early, go out there and live. Fail at some things, because that's the only way you're gonna find out who you are.
Yeah.
When that dream doesn't, you know, actually happen, now you're stuck with reality.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do? You know what I mean? As long as you got opportunity in a day, we all got the same 24 hours. So
Yeah.
it's all about your mentality. But again, just don't feel like the world is over. You know what I mean? Because you face adversity. That's life. You know how many of our peers, I'm sure y'all as well, they not here no more.
Yeah.
Some, they passed when we was in school. You get what I'm saying? So you gotta be able to deal with all of that hardship and overcome the adversity just to see the benefits of you, you know, being blessed to see your 30s. You wanna see that. You wanna get older because you become wiser, you become more confident. You know what I mean? And that comes with just living life. You know what I mean? So. go
And
for
your
it.
race is
So
your race.
I grew up idolizing Allen Iverson. I don't know if any of y'all.
Whoop,
know.
whoop.
But when I grew up, that was my idol, because the neighborhoods that I grew up in, we didn't have role models. You know, we looked up to the rappers and the basketball players, and in some cases, you know, just to be real with y'all, you know, the drug dealers, because that was the epitome of success at that time, you know. But once I got here, this was like, you know, when I got here in my 9th grade year, this was like a basketball juggernaut.
Yep.
And once I stopped growing at 5'9". So I already knew that, you know, that, okay, that was when I went to try out for the basketball team and I got the Michael Jordan cuts. I was like, yeah, that's a wrap.
Yeah.
I had the cornrows like AI, you know, but I knew that was a wrap. So just piggybacking off what he said, you know, sometimes you gotta face reality, and when you're young, it don't always sit well with you, because you know what you want to do, you know what's right in front of you, and sometimes you just wanna break through those walls. But it's life, you know. It's not always that simple. So one of the best things for me, you know, after I graduate, one of the best things for me was, you know, I was told that I was gonna be a dad. So that woke me up. Because it's like, you know, now I'm gonna be responsible for somebody else's life. So I don't have the time, or I shouldn't be selfish. I can't be selfish anymore, because I gotta put this person before me. You know, so I tell everybody, you know, to this day, my son was my saving grace. He's my armor, he's my shield, and no matter whatever hardship I face throughout the day, you know, when I go home and I see him, and we living in a good neighborhood, and you know, he wears nice clothes. Those are the things that make me smile. You know, that I'm able to contribute to his cause. You know, so that was the best thing that happened to me. So I ended up, you know, going to college, and like Kiki said, nobody knows the sacrifice that come with that. You know, the hard nights, you know, that you stand up preparing for those exams, and you trying to ace this test just to stay up and get a C for me.
He said for me.
and get a C, but I was able to lock in. You know, in college, I was able to wave away those distractions and all of those peer pressures that come along with going to college, and seeing some of your friends. You know, they go to the frat parties and all that. those guys was out of there that first year.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know, so that first year of college for them, that was that last year of college.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so I paid attention to that and I stayed in the books. You know, and I ended up graduating with a 3.5 GPA.
That's right.
I tell, especially when I'm talking to the youth, I tell everybody, 'cause, you know, people, once you reach a certain level of success, people act like, you know, you made it.
Mm-hmm.
And I tell people all the time, you know, I'm not successful. Yes, I've had success along my journey, but when you really think of successful,
See,
when
be
you
like
really
the masses.
when you really think of successful, the key thing to that is the ending of that word, full.
Yeah.
So I say that to say this.
that's right, Doug.
I say that
preach here.
to say this. If you successful, then it's nowhere else you can go because you're full.
Yeah.
So you gotta always find ways to reinvent yourself. Through every success that you obtain throughout your life, that is just a moment. What are you gonna do next? You know, so that's the mentality that you have to have.
And if I can say one last thing, I would like for you guys to know, for real, everybody's path is truly their own. That's why I do like that they gave the pathway option here, because it truly is your own path. And the best thing that I would give to you guys is to not compare your path and your journey to others. Please don't do that. I know everybody likes Sonic now. They gotta go fast, but y'all don't. Yeah. But it's your journey, it's your path. Take your time, and it's not gonna look the same. But just know that your destiny is what it's supposed to be from the time you was born to the time that you out. Really, truly.